they're doing WWE is doing a roast of WrestleMania with comedian Tony Hinchcliffe, who was known for appearing at, I believe, that Trump rally that was in Madison Square Garden. That he took a lot of shots at Puerto Ricans, various Latino ethnic groups, and
that asshole. Okay.
yeah, and he's just a general kind of right wing comedy figure or whatever. And WWE put this out, and first they floated the idea through WrestleVotes or whatever, and people were like, "Don't do this. This is a bad idea." Of course, they do it or whatever. They have Sami Zayn and Wade Barrett, a couple other people announcing it, whatever. People were absolutely shocked that Sami Zayn is actually a part of this. I'm like, what earth are y'all in? This nigga has been going to Saudi Arabia for 5 years now. He don't give a fuck. I don't. I had a simple tweet for the timeline. I was like, these people keep telling y'all who they want to roll with.
Yeah.
Believe it. Believe them. This is not the Hogan thing. WWE is MAGA. It's basically stealth MAGA.
Right. It's not even stealth MAGA. It's as MAGA as anything else.
Yeah. It's it's one step away from UFC. This all feels like the soft launch to bring Trump back finally out there, hand Cody Rhodes the belt and shit.
I would say it can't be as far as out as UFC is, because Michael Cole's not here doing podcasts that are about conspiracy theories and are fucking batshit insane like Rogan is.
But Pat McAfee is.
McAfee's not near. But McAfee's not near. Even McAfee's not nearly as bad as Rogan.
Yeah, McAfee just allows. McAfee just allows the other motherfuckers to come on the show and say that, like Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. He'll bring on McAfee will bring on Aaron Rodgers to talk about vaccines. Joe Rogan is there to talk about the vaccines himself.
Yeah. They had Andrew Schultz on Raw not too long ago.
Really? I did not know
they
that.
had him getting beat up by Logan Paul and saved by AJ Styles. That's just all together, baby, right there. Mix it all in. Yeah.
Hold on. That's a joke. That's not like a Republic. That's like a right wing conservative joke. AJ Styles, Andrew Schultz, and Logan Paul all walk into a bar.
Correct. They literally did.
Man.
So a lot of people saying this is manosphere stuff or whatever they're embracing, and the stuff with
it's something
that stuff is there, but it's all right, do y'all know what the after parties of these WrestleMania, this is after WrestleMania, so that night's gonna finish and then they're gonna do that, and apparently people were trying to use the cope, it's not televised and stuff like that. I'm like, they are selling tickets for this event unless they're gonna take everyone's phones in advance.
It's gonna get out.
We will see whatever the fuck is happening in the show. People kikiing it up at whatever the fuck they'll say, or they're gonna have wrestlers participate in this, or have the comedian. And I imagine people's emotions will be high after that show. People gonna be letting it out, essentially out there, motherfuckers, that didn't get booked, or so someone just say something goes wrong at the show, they still got to do this roast and shit. I think this is a very bad idea, and this is a sign of who they want to be, who they want to appeal to, and they keep asking you to choose a side.
Yeah,
they keep asking you yo, this is who we are. It's yo, they letting their nuts hang, essentially. Y'all like this? Y'all down with it? I'm telling you, when Donald Trump pulls up to Monday Night Raw or one of these fucking pay-per-views, do not say you didn't see it coming. That's all I'm gonna say. I save the performative outrage. Save the tweets. Save the questions to black wrestlers or wrestlers of color of it. We don't want to hear from them. This is not their fight. Their fight. It's the motherfuckers above them that are showing up and sitting with Linda McMahon as she threatens to disable the Department of Education. who can't answer, about whether, DEI is getting cut, in African American studies and courses and funding for those kind of schools and stuff like that, who has no answer for this, apparently, James.
Yeah.
This stuff happened a few weeks ago, and our show ended up running long. We didn't get to talk about it, whatever. Like, people just literally turn their heads, act like they don't see this stuff, and it's like, how long they gonna fake? Why don't they just be who they are? Say we like it.
Yeah, they're stuck in that R. Kelly zone of it. Like, we can separate, or they're claiming that they can separate people's politics from the people that put on the shows, and what they put on screen is like, nah, brother, like this is R. Kelly, like them doing all these angles and things they've done over the years, like crazy things you see in the Attitude Era. Like, this is literally like, R. Kelly making it seems like you're ready. It's like, no, like he made a pedophile song. He's a pedophile. It's like, no, they put out a bunch, like they was out here calling Mark Henry a person they put on that list third or fourth or whatever else. They had Michael Cole on commentary call him the silverback of WWE. Right? Like, no, man. It's there. It's always been there. You've just been doing this like you fucking Kyle Fletcher.
Look, and for me to call it out, don't get mad at the messenger. I'm just saying what it is.
But they were like, why do you gotta bring this part where I have to actually use morality? Or I have to critically think about how I should feel about this thing that makes me feel good. And I get it, but it's like, hey, if you kind of detach yourself from identifying as a WWE fan,
you ain't got to defend it. Like, they ain't got to defend it. They could not engage.
Right. Like, man, look, man.
They could ignore my tweets.
Look, bro. I watch AEW owned by the Jacksonville Jaguars owners. I'm pretty sure there's some fucked up shit going on with the Khan family. Whenever the shoe drops on it, you know what I'm gonna do? Say, damn, that's fucked up. And then I'll get to thinking about whether or not I should be continuing to watch AEW or not. They've already decided I'm gonna watch this WWE no matter what. Regardless of however bad it gets, I'm gonna continue to watch this WWE. And like, hey man, I don't know why you feel like you should always just have these loyalty to these brands and these places that have gave you feel good in the past. You've grown the fuck up. It's okay to be like, I don't want to do this anymore. There's no way that this wrestling feels this damn good to you. I'm not even talking about the quality of the wrestling. I'm saying there's nothing that any of these shows on TV or on streaming give you that kind of feel good where you'd be like, nah, man. Like, it's just weird to me. It's just weird to me, man. It's weird.
Yeah.
And like, at least if you're gonna be like, I'm gonna still rock with it, at least own up to it. They just put their head, they be like, nah, I'm gonna deny it so they don't have to actually come to face.
Like, nah, you're actually the problem. I'm like, all right, man.
Weird coping and defense mechanisms, bro. It's really weird.
Like,
it's very dishonest.
Like, if I could just say something like, yeah, man, they didn't do nothing for Black History Month. Why are you bringing this up? I'm like, hey, bro, they normally do that. What changed? Let's talk about what changed. Oh, there's been you don't want to explore that part. Oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. Put your Triple H shirt on with the Nazi style logos and shit, and shut the fuck up. Stay away from me. Like, I don't. Like, it was funny. I had somebody reply to me with some lists from like 2016 talking about the donations, or whatever, but they didn't have numbers on them. So I was like, I'm glad you brought that up. Care to find the numbers of the donations or whatever? Because they were like, AEW does it too, but WWE just they do it like much more covertly or whatever, essentially. And I was like, I saw Shad Khan, Jacksonville Jaguars, and it had all the NFL teams and then WWE at the top. I'm like, all right, man, like, let's talk about it then. I believe I heard Shad Khan gave $1 million in 2016 kind of later came out and denounced, Trump after that. Never really has gone near him since or been affiliated. But bringing this up, like, it's like, all right, if you say this, it's like, okay, let's talk about what WWE has contributed. Like fucking multiples of this, and they're literally in the administration?
It's
Does that make sense?
Now, don't get me wrong, sending $1 million to them is fucked up. And I'm not happy about that either. And I don't really, it's trying to get into what is it called, atrocity Olympics.
Yeah.
So like, but yeah, you do have a point. You have a point. There's clearly a difference between the level of favor currying, if you will.
It's like, I think it's kind of like, I don't know, at least in NFL ownership, it's kind of like a rite of passage to donate to the presidential like inaugurations. Don't they do that like for either side?
They play both sides all the time. Like you go through any of them, they're donating to both sides.
So
unless you're like the Roonies, basically.
We did not even introduce
family owns the Steelers. That's about it.
We didn't introduce Saudi Arabia to this conversation. We didn't talk about any of that. It's just like, all right, bro, like we see the way this thing is set up. This is like, I'm not worried about the Undertaker. He's a private citizen. He do what he wants with his money or whatever. Yep. I don't care like about him. Like whatever. Like that's who that is or whatever. But
Undertaker and Kane are not the same thing.
Right. Like Undertaker's a private citizen, does whatever. Kane's getting on TV with that bullshit. Like
he's a fucking like political office.
Right.
He's in the political office. Yeah.
He's really trying to affect people's lives. It's like, all right, you can donate to fucking anything. So like I think what bothers them so much is that they just feel like they are under attack strangely.
I wonder if that is not a political strategy that helped like put Trump in office, talking about people being under attack that aren't actually under attack.
It's funny.
Like the constant victimization of themselves.
Yeah.
And finding an enemy, constantly always finding an enemy. Yeah, it's kind of a thing.
Yeah. Saw some people defending it who shall remain nameless and whatever. People who may or may not have been booted off of commentary over a Mercedes Moné match over the weekend. So yeah.
Did you watch that match?
No,
watch it.
Nah. Indy Hartwell's in it, so I'm gonna just punt that one down the road.
That's exactly why. Look, I haven't seen Shuri versus Suri yet. Like I'm not. There are a lot of things I got to get to before I get to that one.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. So Tony Hinchcliffe or whatever his name is just one more domino to fall in. What eventually will drop.
And also the part where it's like me, hey, so you say that it's untelevised, there's gonna be people recording this stuff. Like, I wonder if like the robots they send out there to do the jokes and say the jokes that were written for them. I wonder if there'll be any mention of Vince McMahon. I wonder. Something tells me no. And then when we come back, we get video of it. I'll come back and be like, I was wrong. They actually really had actual robots where the quote unquote gloves were off. We'll see. I seriously doubt it.
Yeah. Anyway,